Hi, welcome to Foodie. It's bright and early Sunday morning and I'm going to make a wonderful breakfast. It's baked eggs with spinach, and it's got some heavy cream and lots of good flavored cheeses in it, so I'm anxious to get started on this. But I need some coffee first. All right, so now let's get started on it. Okay, so what I got going here is I got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil heating up in a pan. And I'm going to add was 1 pretty large shallot chopped, 4 cloves of crushed garlic, so we're just going to fry this up for like 2 minutes till the shallots nice and soft. Okay, my shallots are starting to brown a little bit. So now I'm going to add 1 cup of vegetable broth. And I have a 16-ounce package of frozen spinach that I've thawed, and actually overnight I squeezed all the water out and let it dry out some. So we're just gonna let this cook for a couple minutes just to warm it up. Okay, the spinach is warmed up good. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. That's how to give it an interesting taste. And then just some pepper to taste. So now what I'm going to add here is I have about 5 ounces. I'm using a smoked Gouda with bacon just because I thought that would go good with breakfast. But you can just, whatever your favorite cheese is, cut it into nice little cubes because we're just going to melt this into the spinach anyway. So, okay, we'll stir this in until all the cheese is melted. And while this cheese is melting, I'm going to go ahead and grate. I got another 5 ounces of Gruyere cheese, and I am going to grate that because I'm going to sprinkle that on top before I bake it. Okay, this Gouda is melted in there good. So now I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup, I don't know if you can see that good, 1/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Then we're going to stir this just for a few minutes until that thickens up a little bit. And I do have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. So I've got a 4-cup or 1.3 liter baking dish. I will pour into the dish. So I've got it in here all leveled off. So what I'm going to do is make 4 little indentations, little holes where I put the eggs. I don't know how well you can see that, but I got 4 little holes. So now I'm just going to crack my eggs, and hopefully be very careful so I don't break the yolk. if you can see this good. I'm not going to salt the eggs because of all this cheese. It's going to be pretty salty. So now I'm going to just sprinkle with the Gruyere cheese. And also I have some grated Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that also on top. All right, so we're going to put it in the oven, 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. Then we'll take a look and make sure the eggs are cooked. Okay, so I've taken it out of the oven. I let mine stay in for like 12 to 15 minutes because I like my eggs cooked well. Smells delicious. I do think if I would do this again, I would put the cheeses first and then I would put the eggs on top of the cheeses. That way you can easily see how to scoop out the servings. But we're going to let this sit and cool off a little bit, just so that it thickens up a little bit before we put it in our dishes. Okay, I've let it sit for a little bit. Hopefully it got a little thick. So, like I said, this will serve 4 pretty good sized servings. So here we are. That looks pretty good for me, the egg whites. Breakfast, you can have, your toast, bagel, muffin. We're gonna have some Chinese bun to have with this, so you can dip it into the yolk. But there you have it. It looks really good and it smells delicious, the smoked cheese.
Want to try?
Yes. Good. Took you a while.
Huh?
It took you a while to decide.
Yeah. Well, good.
Okay. I'm just going to eat some of the spinach. I love that smoked cheese. There's bacon flavor in there. Like I said, we're just going to dunk our bread, our Chinese bun, in the. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to Foodie right over there. Thank you.
Thank you.